What's up, guys? My name's Zephyr. I'm going to bring you two OU battles today, doubleheader, all that good stuff. And the first battle I have against this dude named TCHappy. And the one thing about this battle, this dude talked a whole bunch of crap before the battle even started, and he just got his ass handed to him. I'm not even going to lie. This first battle is just showing you how people on Smogon really are before you actually battle. So, I'm going to start off with my road time. I'm going to start off with, wow. I'm going to start with Alakazam. He's going to start with his Rotom, and then he's going to be like, oh, people without ground types can't handle Rotom and are going to get 6-0'd by my team. Like, whatever, dude, keep that all to yourself. I don't care. So, I'm going to go for sub just to scout if he's actually going to go for the crunch or not, and he does. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for the Focus Blast next turn. And it brings him down to, like, nothing, like maybe 10 HP at the most, or like 20 HP, I don't know. But I'm going to go into Scizor, predicting him to switch out, just going for the U-turn or whatever he wants to bring in, but he actually stays in. So I'm like, stay in all you want, I don't care. It's a Tyranitar. Your weak times 4 to a bug type. But brings in Miltank. I mean, wow. I bring in my Miltank, and he's just going to close combat my switch out into Tentacruel, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to kill your Miltank. I'm like, okay, you can try, but I'm going to switch out instead. So, in comes the Rotom. I'm going to go for Toxic Spikes on the switch in, and I know this one's probably going to go for the Volt Switch, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to protect just to make sure if you are or not, and he does. So, there you have it. All Rotoms carry Volt Switch. It is official. But, now I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to go for the Volt Switch, I'm going to switch into something that can take it. So I'm like, okay, Shaman, come in here and take this one Volt Switch. And I'm like, okay, Shaman, you actually did not take that all as well as I thought you would. But in comes Reuniclus. Reuniclus gets poisoned, and I don't want to take a Psychic that well. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to switch out into Miltank. And Psychic does a lot to even a specially defensive Miltank. So before he kills me off with whatever he wants to kill me off with, I'm going to set up Stealth Rocks, and now I got a layer of Toxic Spikes and a layer of Stealth Rocks. So, and he has no spinners, so you can't get rid of those either. So, in comes my Scizor, and I'm just going to U-turn out of there because I know he's probably going to go into something that can resist the Bug or Pursuit, or I don't know. So I'm going to go out into my Latios, who packs the HP Fire, thinking that it will do a decent chunk, but actually get a critical hit and take out the Skarmory, which is awesome for me, bad for him. And now he's going to bring in his Salamence, I believe. Oh, and he brings in the Rotom, then the Salamence, who's going to dive to a Energy Ball. So, if you've never watched the Flaming Spade, you need to watch his videos, because this is where the god of all Latios comes in. So, he's going to bring in Salamence, who I'm going to take out with Draco Meteor, and that's pretty much good game, because he's going to bring in Terrakion next turn, but he figures, well, I'm already losing, I can't really do anything to this Latios, so I'm going to run away. Just like a lot of people on Smogon do, they run away. So, I'm not going to say good game, because I don't want to lie, so I'm going to say bad game, TCHappy. You really shouldn't have been talking all that mess, because I was just about ready to kill you. Like, I wanted to completely and utterly 6-0 you, but whatever, that's the first game. We got a second game here. So, this one's against this dude named FittyTyson. We actually had a good game here. It was pretty fun. I got to try out the new sets I have on some of these pokes, which I don't think you'll be able to see because I don't use all my pokes in this battle. But anyway, he's going to start off with a Jolteon, who I'm fearing has HP Ice, but he actually goes for the Volt Switch instead. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, because I know a lot of Jolteons carry Volt Switch. But I'm just going to go for Psychic Go whatever comes in, and it happens to be the Gengar, who I bring down to its Sash. So I'm like, awesome. So I know you're going to go for Shadow Ball, so I'm going to go into my Miltank. And I'm like, yes, I finally freaking got it right. I move predicted right this time. So, he's going to go for a Focus Blast on my Scizor and get the Spit S drop. But I knew you're probably going to try to switch out, so I'm going to Pursuit you, and that's 2 predictions in a row. So I'm on a roll here. So, in comes the Vaporeon, who walls me completely. So I'm going to go onto my Shaman, who I can steer out with the Seed Flare. But she goes for Scald, and it just kills me because he gets the burn. So I'm like, oh, why? So even though I tried to scare him out with the Seed Flare, I'm still going to go for it anyway, just trying to get this Finesse drop and whatever he brings in. But now I'm fearing the Bug Bite U-turn or some kind of bug type move, and I go onto my Tentacruel to take it, but he goes for a sword dance and then bullet punches me. So I'm like, I know I wall you, so I'm just gonna set up a layer of toxic spikes and see how this plays out. So he's gonna go for another bullet punch as I set up my last layer of toxic spikes. But oh wait, no I don't. I'm sorry. I go for Scald and I pay him back for the burn he gave me. So next turn I'm going to protect because I know this next bullet punch possibly could have taken me out or not. I'm not that sure. I didn't run calcs on it at all, but I feared it might. So he goes for another bullet punch, and I guess that burn matters because, well, I think burn cuts your attack or something. I don't know. But he's going to die from burn, and I get up my second layer of toxic spikes. So fearing that the earthquake on this Hacktress is going to kill me, I'm going to go out to my Latios, and he actually surprises me by going for the outrage. So I'm like, okay, you have outrage. That's cool. That actually sucks. Not cool, bro. But I wall him with Scizor because I know I can take an outrage, and I know bullet punch will be doing a lot to him. So I go for bullet punch. He does 61%, and toxic is racking up, and now he's confused on top of all that. But I'm gonna go for the bullet punch again, thinking he might stay in, but he actually switches out to Vaporeon. So I'm like, okay. I get a critical hit, which doesn't really, well, actually it does matter because Vaporeons are very bulky. They have a lot of defense and HP, so I guess that mattered a little bit, but not a lot. Thank goodness he doesn't get to burn on this Scald because I really need this Alakazam because I have a plan here. If I can sub up at least 2 or 3 times and wait for Toxic to fully rack up to the point where I can take an auto Psych Shock, then I will definitely have this game. So, second substitute, second Scald. Toxic's gonna bring him down to like 22%. So, can Psych Shock take him out? It does. So I'm like, oh, okay, this game is mine now. Because he no longer can wall me. This Jolteon, I am pretty much not afraid of at all. Because I can go into Shaman and Sponge. It's electric hit. So he's going to go for Thunderbolts. It's going to do a pretty good amount to my Shaman, but not a lot to kill me off. And now he's going to go for another Thunderbolt. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for Earth Power. It's going to do a pretty good chunk to you. And I get this Spidef drop, so that's all good. And it never said that, ever. And I did now. So I know Toxic's going to take him out this turn, so I'm just going to switch into my Miltank to take the Thunderbolt. And Miltank survives, thank goodness. And Toxic is going to kill him off. He brings in Hacktress. I'm fearing the Brick Break here, so I'm going to go into my Tentacruel. But he actually goes for Outrage again. So I'm like, why? Why can't you just let me move predict? But it's cool because I have Scizor to revenge kill with Bullet Punch, and that's going to kill him off. And his last poke is a Terrakion. So with that Adamant Choice Banded Technician boosted Bullet Punch, that stab as well, that's overkill. And he doesn't have Focus Sash, which is good for me. So good game, FittyTyson, and bad game to TCHappy. And if you like this, you can subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Pro Pokenoob. If you like this video, share with your friends, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time or not. So peace out.